This Ridley sponsored by thingpenguin.com.
Are you a rep? How bad would things have to get in D.C. before you support New Hampshire independence?
Sorry, I'm not sure what the question is.
Before you support independence from the Union, how bad would things have to get in D.C.?
I mean, if there's like a horror movie, like half the country gets nuked kind of scenario. Probably not like in a most real world scenarios. Just because I think we'd fare worse on our own.
Are you angry that some of us brought this up legislatively?
No, it's a marketplace of ideas.
All right, nice.
Live your best life.
Thanks much.
That's all I gotta say.
All right, take care.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Are you coming to Barley House for birthday drinks? Whenever session ends?
Are you a rep?
Uh-huh.
Question for you. Can you name something you think should be done to help reduce tensions in the U.S. as the election gets closer?
I'm not going to comment.
It's early in the morning.
Actually, I worked all night, so
All right.
I've been working since 10.
All right, thanks for trying. Thanks for trying.
you.
I'm going to try something different today. I have a picture of a Iraq war victim. Are you a rep? Yeah. I've got a question for you. This is a picture of Abir Hamza. She was killed and violated by U.S. troops in Iraq. And her whole family, or most of it, was wiped out to cover it up by U.S. troops. Why should New Hampshire stay in a union that behaves like that?
Well, first I would say I wouldn't be able to justify that's a war crime. But leaving the union based on that over individual elections, that's a lot more complicated than that. But that clearly would be a war crime if that was proven to be correct, absolutely. One of the things that we are doing is I don't know if you're aware of it, is the New Hampshire National Guard bill.
Yeah, Defend the Guard.
Yeah, the Defend the Guard bill. So I think that's something where you can push back without seceding from the union, basically.
All right.
Yeah, I know that's not a perfect answer for you, but secession to me is a much larger issue than any single atrocity that the U.S. government's committed. We can go back there. I'm sure you have 1,000 examples. You know what I mean? Of individual atrocities. And I'm not against secession, but I also don't think it's even possible for us to do right now. Think about your electric grid. Are we connected to the greater New England electric grid? If the answer is yes, what are we going to do with our electricity? If you're going to just separate from the union, and then you would say, let's say it's not a violent divorce, but a not amicable divorce, the U.S. government will do things that will try and make our lives a little bit more difficult, right? So where's our food come from? Where's our electricity come from? And we're dependent on that sort of thing. So if you're ready to have, your power shut, if you're ready to take over the Seabrook power plant or something like, you know what I'm saying? These are things that I think about.
Well, they do prevent us from updating it, don't they?
Right, yeah. So these are things that, to me, are the larger issue of New Hampshire being an independent nation, separate from the rest of the government. But I appreciate.
Well, this is why we brought up the legislation, is to get everybody talking so we can hash these things out while we have time.
Yeah.
Instead of Slovenia in 1991, where they didn't have time.
Yeah. I'm also of the belief that a larger state will go first. It's more, Texas, for example, has their own grid. They've kept things in place to be more independent throughout their legislature. Like, it's ingrained in their culture.
Yeah.
Hawaii, Alaska, these states have a much greater like independence streak,
Right.
and started later and really held on to that. And I think you'll see if they go, if one of those states go, it'll be easier for smaller states like New Hampshire.
Yeah. Although Estonia, I think, was first, and Slovenia was first, and they were the smallest. Well, they were small.
Small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Slovenia was the smallest republic,
know.
but
Yeah,
it was
I'm
pretty
not-
small. It was the second smallest, at least. All right. What's your name?
Mike.
Okay, Mike, good to meet you. Mike Constable?
Yeah.
All right, thanks for your time, Mike.
No problem.
Take care. Are you a rep?
I am.
A question for you. This is a picture of Abir Hamza. She was killed by U.S. troops, and her family was mostly killed to cover up the murder. Why should New Hampshire remain in a union that does this?
Well, that's a long answer. And the short answer is the United States and New Hampshire have been rowing in the same canoe for a long time, and there's no easy separation.
All right, take care.
Do you value your privacy? Want hardware that works? Get Linux at New Hampshire's very own thingpenguin.com.